It's a systemic fluid. It's 3/4 of the interstitial fluids, which is the fluids that flow around the cells, and you're just not filtering from your kidneys, honey. So that's what your focus is. Your good focus here. I would watch too much lymph pool for a little while until my kidneys start filtering, and then go gangbusters. You know, make sure my kidneys break loose and start filtering, though. Now, these are some real good questions, guys, and I know you guys are hurting, but just relax, hang in there, and get focused. The problem with a young child is the state thinks they own them. The government thinks they are, and this is why the healthcare said these things can't pass. This gives the government, this healthcare, if the Supreme Court allows this, the Supreme Court needs to be dismantled, and all these people marched off somewhere. Maybe Mongolia or somewhere, and I'll spend some time in a little hutch and enjoy the weather, because we cannot allow the government to be this intrusive to where they can tell you you can buy anything they want you to buy. This takes the Commerce Clause way beyond any idea of anticipation from the framers of the Constitution, and this is unacceptable. And this government's getting for an ass whooping. I mean, can't keep going on. Can't keep taking the rights away from people here. And this child is a good example. So Harriet, take off, sweetheart. You'll be okay. But really start moving that lymph. Really important, you know. So that's where a good fast of grapes will come in really well for yourself. But watch those kidneys. Gabriella. Now, I am medication free, yes, and have been a fruitarian for 3 months. Go, girl. The thing is that I experienced tremendous pain in the wrist, and I limp a lot. The doctor said it's because of arthrosis due to the damaged tissues. Is there anything? Well, keep moving on down this road, because as you begin to saturate the tissues with good chemistry, you start to move these acids out. Your parathyroid is working good. Then tissue will repair and heal itself. Scar tissue will eat itself up. The body will return itself to a form of beauty and flexibility and pain-free. It might take you a while, but what else you got to do, honey? So keep going down that line that you're going. Good work that you do. I mean, I like to hit strangers on the bus, and this is not me. You've experienced a lot of anger. Well, I'd probably take the liver formula for a while. Maybe clean your liver out a little bit, and I think you'll be okay. Generally, when you see this sort of thing, sweetheart, it's your liver, and you want to clean that liver out a little bit. Sounds like you're dumping some karma here, and just the liver. The liver makes you angry, and so you just clean that out a little bit with the herbs. They'll come in and help that a little bit. I get really mad. I know. I tell you what. I am usually all about love and kindness. Well, it shows you duality here, and it shows you that you've got issues hidden in there that need to come out. And as you're detoxifying, this is the other side of detoxification. These sort of feelings and things will come out. There's the source of that anger somewhere, honey, and you just have to identify it and kiss it and send it on its way, because something from the past is stuck in your liver there in terms of anger and unhappiness, and you've got to get rid of that, and you'll be okay. All right, you're doing good. Just keep going. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Go out in the woods and hit a tree, or kiss a tree. If you hit it, then kiss it. But this pain and feeling of anger is killing. Well, just relax, sweetheart. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. Just keep thinking love, be here now, be here now. Think of love, be here now, be here now. And let all this anger pass through you. Get on the liver formula. Be very helpful. I also get acne like 5 years ago, and then I'm only 32 years old. Well, honey, that's your lymph. I mean, this is, it's funny, even though we keep coming back to this subject, that's all there is in the human body. That's how simple this is. And so when you go to that system, that's when all the answers are found there. And even when you see me repetitive here, still, this is the same thing. We've serious trouble in the lymph. You see this little girl, serious trouble in the lymph. I mean, tumors all over the place. And this other lady, Harriet, tumors all over the place. So, real serious issues here. We gotta get these lymphs moving. And you guys will help me to grow in terms of knowledge and what we can use to accelerate this. If we can find out what will accelerate kidney filtration, we've got it. Because that's where the gig is. Kidneys and adrenals. Gray Borelli, again, hello, Dr. Morse, thank you. Let's see. Thanks for the comment, sweetheart. Love you too. The thing is that 3.5 years ago I was in an accident where I had to jump. Yeah, that's amazing. This is amazing, sweetheart. You fell off a building two floors, 7 meters down. You broke a lot of bones. Serious one, my spine, L4. Oh, God. You might have even had a weakness there, though. That's L4, L5. That's kidney vertebrae, so it could be you had a little weakness there. Anyway, that just really took it off. Totally crushed one of my heels. So, blah, blah, blah. Lots of medication. Oh, I know it. Oxycodone and stuff. Well, make sure your parathyroid, even if you didn't, I'd take probably Calma Plus and pop up that parathyroid. You really get my body alkaline, get my kidneys filtering, and you will see even the realignment. It'll probably take you a year, but you'll see if you have any misalignment of structure. If you stay raw that long, pumping the goodies, moving the lymph, your body will realign the structure. I've told you about that. I'm going to put a quote on here one day. It'll have to be by video, but about such a thing. He fractured his upper femur about 12 years before I met him, and it healed at a 28-degree angle. They generally don't set quads and paras bones. So it healed at a 28-degree angle, bulging out his thigh here and creating a 2-inch deficit in his right leg. Well, the 11th month, his right leg pulled itself totally straight and even with the other one. At the same time, he had extreme scoliosis to the right. It pulled the back straight on its own. So Fox News filmed that one, and I'll put that up sometime so you guys can see it. I still have their x-rays sitting over there. Unbelievable. I showed a radiologist at St. Joseph Hospital down here, a place I used to spend a lot of time, and I said Fox wanted a medical doctor to come on and comment on this, and he said, I can't do that. I know you can't do that. I would be going, wow, I got to see this. Wouldn't you? If you were a doctor of any name, of any type, I've got to see this. No, I can't do that. Hi, Dr. Morse. My husband, who has in the past been very physically active, various sports, is now experiencing dizziness, lightheadedness, ringing in the ears, sometimes sickness and heart palpitations, and performing weight-bearing exercises. What do you think this might be? I think this might be the cerebellum. And I think this, we've talked a lot about this, people that exercise a lot who have kidney weakness and can't filter out the lactic acid and all the other acids that they're increasing by increasing activity of cells. And this can actually escalate instead of do better. This idea that when you exercise, you're cleaning your body and you're really doing good is a fallacy. You've got to be able to filter through the kidneys what you're creating. If you're not filtering and you're creating it, you're going to hurt. Sounds like what's happening to him. So he really has to go after his lymph system. If he doesn't have his tonsils, this is more, these things accelerate even more. But that's going to be the cerebellum back here in the head. He probably has stiff necks and tight shoulders. That's the lymph system, and he really has to get his lymph system moving and drain his head out of here, because these sort of things, when it's up in here, doesn't lead to anything good. You want to get all that pressure and all that inflammation or acidosis out of that head. That's really important. So a little on the fasting side. This was a good testimony. I appreciate this, Crystalline Ascension. Today is the first day on herbs and grapes only. This is time I can take a deep breath without wheezing. These herbs are amazing. Thank you so much for this testimony. I find these herbs amazing. We had a little, I guess he was about 8 years old, 9 years old. And he had severe sinus problems, and he hasn't been able to breathe through his nose in about 5 years. The second dosage of Lymphatic 1. He says, Mommy, I can breathe through my nose again. Now, how cool is that? He's a luckier one. This poor little girl. Jesus. Healers can't help but be compassionate. Even though you try to be detached, it's hard to be. Thoughts on recovery from exercise soreness? Apple cider vinegar, citrus fruit, apples. How about grapes or lemon juice? Yeah, anything that detoxes the lymph system. That's all the lymph system. And the more sore you are after exercise, the more serious you're not moving your lymph system. This is a good question and a good point here. You've got to move your lymph better, and that's really key. So this is all about the lymph system. Any of those things, I'm not so much for apple cider vinegar. Okay, my grandmother's a vinegar freak, not me. Whew. But yeah, citrus fruit, apples, grapes, lemonade, stuff like that, absolutely work out, boss. And use the lymphatic formulas. Make sure your kidneys, check your urine, make sure you're filtering lymphatically. That's really going to be key here, because the more you do that, the more you clean your lymph system, you can exercise till hell freezes over and you won't feel any stiffness or soreness at all. That's pretty cool stuff. And that's what the goal is, is to get to that point to where you can exercise and your heart rate, your respirations, blood pressure doesn't even change. Now that's health. Yeah. Now, so what do you take to get the pressure out of the head? Well, I've got a drill, and I bought this drill bit, and I go in real. That's sounding allopathic for a minute. I guess I got caught up in it. I'm feeling a little quirky today, guys, so forgive me, but I'm telling you, it's so insane that's what's out there. So you guys are so needed, you have no clue. You guys are so needed. You are the light of the world, boy. I just love all of you guys. Why you don't give us some examples? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, I've been giving nothing but examples, man. Getting pressure out of the head is getting what moving? The lymph system. This isn't blood pressure. This is lymph pressure. And getting the lymph moving is a fruit and berry and melon experience, not a vegetable experience. We've talked a lot about this, and there's been a lot of back and forth, but the proof's obviously in what you guys are experiencing, and, but you got to move your lymph. And I would also remember this, I've been trying to instill this concept of the colon relationship to the brain. So really clean up the bowels, get the bowels cleaned up with the stomach and bowel formulas, use lymphatic 1 capsules. Okay, now go to the kidneys, use 2 kidney formulas, use some lymphatic formula, whatever one you want, Lymphatic 3 pulls pretty good systemically. Lymphatic 4's much more local pulling, but, does pull well. Get yourself on a grape fast or something if you got that kind of head pressure, because I'll tell you, there's a lot of people with this head pressure right now. It's not even funny. This guy here with dizziness and stuff like that, he's walking toward that realm of glaucoma and head pressure and stuff like that. So this is always about moving the lymph here. I'm pretty, I don't want to say I'm stuck on that, but I've looked at the blood for a year. I'm a biochemist, so I've looked at blood for years, just like allopathic physicians did. Then I'm going, well, why are we toxifying? What are we doing? Are we cleaning the blood? No. I mean, then it all became a lymphatic thing, especially with all the tumors and all the stuff. Then you start realizing where the gig is really, and then you start playing the music that you need to. Can you get blindness from glaucoma? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely get blindness from glaucoma. And you can undo it a little bit. I've never had enough blindness here to give you guys a lot of insight. I've had several cases that got their sight back, but I don't have that much experience with that. It would be cool if we did, and at all levels. The cases we've had, it's amazing. I just had a guy, one of the managers at Home Depot, had a golf ball right in his eye here, and they were going to remove it, damaged the eye real bad. I mean, the golf ball hit right in there, and they wanted to remove the eye, and he kept working with it, what he knew, and he started getting a little vision, but they were going to take it out, so he started using I came in, he's telling me the problem, and he wasn't looking too good, and I said, well, I've got an eye wash and some other things that'll help you, but he actually came down here and got it, and the girls at Home Depot the other day said, man, he's doing so much better, they couldn't believe it. I said, good herb. Now, Dr. Morse, we are using 100% carbon bond organic vitamins for our daughter who is 3 years old. We are in Canada and she is 3 and doesn't eat all the fruit yet, some cooked foods.